2nd and 12. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
That was impressive. I'm impressed. That's what's up.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Hot damn. That's me.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, you're on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there, keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards
I want to win, huh?
on the play.
I respect it.
And it'll be 4th down.
What's good? Come on now.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Shit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
dime look defensively for the Lions on third. Fields now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
They've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Turn another ISO.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That'll take us down to 2 minutes, baby. Every day I spend night.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run the option left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Really? You're really not gonna let me hit X on the play? I don't just freeze up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers have to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter. Sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late, and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now Goff on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
You're not.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
Throwing on second and long. Goff.
And now an open boy.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Meanwhile, Goff's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. That'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Chicago, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice has got to be great. You want to win a ball game, take advantage of your practice.
Thank you.
Before you know it.
Damn. Oh, nah, not this shit. Nah, fuck that. We ain't doing none of that.
Week 2 of the National Football League. And we've got the do-it-all back, Austin Eckler. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. Okay. It's the Chargers and the Bears on EA Sports.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2. We got a good one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
Yeah, the
Meanwhile, for
defense
our
is
visitors,
tragic,
the
boy.
Chargers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You've got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Clark.
They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah,
now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's Eckler again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
Well, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler to about the 26 here. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that ball to the outside in this game. They're tested for it. They're up to the challenge.
York able to send this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve.
Maybe I should have took the
It's
block.
third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Hell yeah.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with that.
That's a safety, boy.
He's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Oh, baby, get my cheese.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Oh, come on,
This will be fielded at the 17. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
through
now to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out in that first time. I'll try to do better here. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Stacked. Oh my God. There's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God, these niggas stacked.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Rushing yards -2. Oh my God.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This is not a
They certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one is Slayton over the middle. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So add 3 all told. After the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
First down, 2nd game, 1 and 1.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. You don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs. just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They needed 2, they can only get 1.
Go for it.
An impact in the running game thus far. After that last run,
fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Fields finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I don't know. This is terrible.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Here's Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern on this one. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain. first. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Fields on the sneak, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So the completion results in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Geno Smith has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Texans out on top. Dameon Pierce, a touchdown run in that first half. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they run the option on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Off play action, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Fields hit and the ball is loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On second and 9. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And he'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slant. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
running on first down, Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
That's what we needed right there. Hell yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Good
and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And the tackle going to be made at the 3.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Hey, we ain't running right there with these guys. We ain't able to run at them. Damn.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Okay, I don't like that, man.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 22-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Okay, then,
Delay of game. Offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
On second down, they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll push the lead 11-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers down by 8. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there that's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that hole with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
God, man. Too close for comfort.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like you said, baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.